All right, man. Welcome to another issue of NerdFlow Podcast. This is issue 138 of NerdFlow Podcast. I am Royalty Gaming. We got the Dope Gamer in the building with us today.
What up, what up?
We also got Tink. You doing with your cousin?
What's
right
up?
I better say.
Sorry.
She pulling her nephew.
That's
She
why I
pulling
didn't
her nephew.
I know, right, man? We got Young in the building.
Yo, what's happening? What's happening?
And we got Briario. You better say something.
Okay, something.
Snapback will be in a minute.
All right, man. But again, man, for those who are first-time listeners of NerdFlow Podcast, never really been something that we've always said, but I feel like in this time and point, we just want to just state that, NerdFlow Podcast is a, all-black podcast. So if you didn't know, you thought we were something else, just, FYI. But this is the Press Play Network podcast, of course. We are on all forms of social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can search NerdFlow or NerdFlow Podcast to find us on any of those platforms. We also got NerdFlow Podcast and NerdFlow Art. You can send those over to nerdflowpodcast@gmail.com. With the NerdFlow Art, man, we do be hunting people down. And as an artist that I found this past week via Twitter, I just got to reach out. Super dope. I think I sent a screenshot to y'all in like the messenger of like a Twitch streamer, but like super dope. I'm like, you should be animating stuff, but no, I'll shoot it to y'all again. Y'all the way y'all can see, it's like drawing is on point. We got the YouTube channel. We're up at let's see, I think we're at 46 subscribers. Trying to hit that 100 so we can get that URL.
Hey.
What's up?
Oh, go ahead, finish.
Okay.
I'm just, let me know when you finish.
Okay. Then we also got the Facebook community page. You can search for us through there. Want to join the community group? We post a lot of the latest news, so you want to stay abreast of all the, nerd culture, comic books, all that good stuff. Everything we talk about here on this podcast, you can go in there. And then, we have conversations sometimes, just meaningless conversations, but, that's what we do in our community group. We also got Teespring shop. Teespring, you can get 50% off a NerdFlow t-shirt using NerdFlow, or NF2020 is the promo code to use at checkout, or we will put the all the links will be in the description of the show, so you don't have to write that down. And then we also got superhero stuff. We got the affiliate program with those guys. That link would also be in the description. Click on that if you're looking to buy anything to superhero stuff. Anything that you purchase using our special link will give us a kickback to the show. And yeah, man, what you got, Young?
I ain't want to let the night go by without sending a special, happy birthday out to the purple one himself. You know what I'm saying? The late great Prince. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta acknowledge the greats.
Well, I was like, when you said purple one, I'm like, Barney?
Oh, that is so disrespectful and blasphemous.
Hey, at least you black, all right? Calm down.
Man,
we have one thing, right? You said what?
I don't even count that. Like for years, folks didn't even know he was black. I mean,
oh yeah, if people, man, the way
like folks didn't know Elmo was black.
Nope, until that movie. Until that movie, and it was like, oh.
It just seemed like the popularity of Elmo just reduced. Just crashed like the stock market in the 20s.
Hell yeah. It didn't go well. He did what? Oh no, we canceled it.
No more Tickle Me Elmo dolls.
We canceled
it.
Elmo dolls used to be like every year.
Man, walking Elmo, the Elmo that could walk, the Elmo that you squeeze him and he just shake like just. I already know this because my niece had all these Elmos. Like she had this motion, Elmo. Like you walk past Elmo, Elmo start like Elmo almost got burnt up a couple of times messing with me. You walk past Elmo and he started talking and moving. Like I come from the era where we didn't like we think about first thing we see an inanimate object start moving and talking by itself. We think about Puppet Master or Chucky.
Yeah, man, I don't play with dolls, man. Moving shit when you walk past it and all that. I had Teddy Ruxpin when I was little. That was it.
I had a Teddy Ruxpin too.
More Chucky than anything else. Honestly, it's like I don't play with dolls that blink, that eyes blink. I'm good. Nah, I'm straight.
Like I said, bro, my story. I'm sticking to it. I had my buddy. Mine was black, but I saw Chucky. That night I went to bed after I watched Chucky. My buddy was sitting up on the Chester. And I'm sitting up there, like the house is just dark. Like me and my brother shared a room together. I'm standing looking at this, my buddy. I'm probably like about 3 or 4 years old. I think I may be a little older. I don't know. Next thing I know, though, I'm taking, and if you're from Greenville, y'all know the garbage cans I'm talking about that we got on the street, the ones you rolled out to the street. I done walked out the house dragging my buddy dog by the leg and then threw him in the garbage can. And had I woken up and he was sitting back on the Chester, the next step was setting fire to his ass.
Yeah. Oh man. So I just sent it, put it in the group right there. That's the
Oh yeah, I seen his work on Instagram. You say he's a Twitch artist?
No, it's female. Her name is Woofy.
Oh, it's female. Okay.
Yeah. Black female. I was like, I saw that. I was like, man, you talented.
Oh, let them know that the Teespring shirts might, like, if they order, it might be a little late due to COVID.
Oh, really? What's the turnaround that you got on yours?
It said, it didn't say, it just said, please note you may experience some delays due to COVID-19. We're working hard to ensure you get your order as quickly as possible. Thank you for your patience and understanding.
I mean, for anybody that's in town here, if I can get the I forgot what it's called. My mind going blank right now. But whatever the format of the
talking about a cricket, bro?
No, whatever the format of the image is, I can get Brandy Harmon to make us some T-shirts.
You need a PNG file.
Yeah, PNG, bro. Actually, about that a while back. She said you said she was busy doing her day job.
No, that wasn't Brandy Harmon. That was somebody else.
Oh,
Brandy just started doing T-shirts and stuff.
Okay. But yeah,
well, I'm still waiting for stuff that I just got through shopping online for, and it's been a week now, and it's about to be 2 weeks.
So
getting equipment.
Something real quick. I do have I know I did put up some of our stuff, like some of the like the current logo for NerdFlow podcast. The current logo, we do have a design on my. I put a design up on my my streamer because my merch is through Design by Humans because I'm just trying out something with them. Just kind of see they have a lot more clothing. What's the word?
Options.
Clothing options like female shirt, tank tops, zip up
pajama pants.
Yeah, well, no, Teespring got that pajama pants. They got tights too as well. I just ain't that talented enough to do a freaking pattern for NerdFlow podcast and tights. That ain't that ain't my area yet. So I want to do some, but that ain't my expertise. I stay in my lane.
You know what? I just got a real good idea for that.
What?
We'll talk tomorrow when we have when me and you talk.
Okay. But yeah, so I got some designs on there as well. So if you choose one over the other, got some NerdFlow t-shirts. I'm thinking about putting up the actual scratch logo we used to have. Because I put that shirt on like a day or so ago.
Yeah.
I really like this.
I seen that one. I seen that one and I was like, damn, I should have got that one because this is black.
About the red and black one, right?
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, I got
thinking about it
because I got a bleach stain in mine, so I need to get a new one. Yeah.
I might do it. I might put it on the Design by Humans. That way we can do like a you can get it. I'll put it as like a hoodie option and some more stuff as well. And then since it's summertime,
say it.
tank
Yes,
top and all
sir.
that good stuff.
You know what I'm asking you for?
What's up?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm just trying to make sure.
I don't know what just happened just now. Okay.
Me either. What up? Snapback?
Yo, Rosie, where did you get that design from?
We'll talk. I'll tell you where.
He
I'll tell you where I
can't
got
be
it.
on his mic because he sounds like he under the covers with a pillow across his face.
Muffled. Just muffled.
Dude, my phone is not charged up for me to even use my microphone because I was at work all the time, just snuck out, so I had to go take over his spot.
Oh, my bad. I forgot you got an iPhone. Y'all can't use multiple devices at one time that require a port.
Sir, this is an Android, so you can shut up.
When you get an Android?
I think he said he was switching.
Shut up.
I could have sworn he said he was switching like not too long ago.
I did.
That's what I figured. That's what at least what I thought. I know I heard that conversation at least. Okay.
Oh, I ain't hear that. I'm proud of you, son.
So the conversation just changed.
He gonna talk to me for the rest of the night.
But now we'll talk about that. I'll let you know what it is, Snap, because I kind of got hip to something with doing that because I've always known about it, the place where I showed you that logo at, and I figured out some of these people's side hustles when it comes to streamer logos. I'll say that much.
Oh, you gotta expose them. No, expose them now. Come on, tell me.
No, I know what you're talking about.
They're using something in particular and charging people on the side, and it ain't really that hard what they're doing. It's a
Canva.
It's a template within the template. All you do is throw type in some names, change what color you want. Here's some stencils of what you're looking for, what type of, and then it automatically does everything for you. Oh, here's your logo.
Oh, so
okay, y'all.
So they finessing, in other words.
Yeah.
They finessing at $14 a month and probably making more than that off you for one logo.
I'm a
See, that's why I always made my own.
Yeah.
I'm a seller on Fiverr now, y'all. So you need any voiceover work,
There's
know
a dude
anybody
that I
need
want. There's this black dude that I want. No homo. That to do some
I was gonna
voiceover
say
work.
Yeah, you said that with too much enthusiasm.
I know that's why I said no homo.
You should have said it's like dude I want to hire or get dude. You ain't even have to say won't.
When you double back on that joint, I was like, hold on now, where is this going?
I'm married, y'all. Stop it.
Like, that don't mean shit nowadays.
You do in my world. Get stabbed, bro. But yeah, no, there's this guy on there that's like, I heard his voiceovers, and man, if I can get this dude to do like some intros, he's probably roughly, I think he's like maybe like for voiceover, I think it's like maybe $50-$60, but his voice work is worth it. It's that black deep voice that you hear in like certain stuff. It's like, see, I like that. I would like to use your voice for an intro, sir. But yeah, man.
Like I got I set mine up for like animation and stuff. Like I can do like comic readings or animation and stuff like that. Like I'm not a James Earl Jones voice type dude.
Ain't nobody say nothing to my movie that idea I posted, but it's all good.
What movie?
The what?
So the movie idea I had where a kid gets frozen.
Oh, I saw that.
He's from the 90s, and he gets frozen, and he gets unthawed in this time, and he's just like got to get acclimated to. But he's like a nerd in the 90s, like real heavy Nintendo, Sega, all that, and he got to get acclimated to new shit.
So he's Iron Fist. No, never mind. Wrong show.
Is that? Well,
Iron Fist wasn't frozen, but he was gone for a long time.
I don't know how I'm gonna get to the part where he gets from the 90s to 2020, but when he get there, it's like he learning about Twitch and all this stuff, and he like learning about cell phones, and it's just watching his reaction to all this shit. And then I don't know what the plot will be because it'll have to be a plot to the movie, but just that setting, I think would be dope.
Man,
He
there's
remind me
another.
of TC from Black Lightning.
There's
Yeah,
another.
that's exactly what that reminds me of.
Mm-hmm.
Is
There's
that
another.
I've never seen Black Lightning. I don't know. There's another what?
I said there's another black artist that that's been in my Twitch stream several times. She does commissions for like a lot of art and stuff like that, and she's been taking commission. I've been watching her streams when she go live. It's like she's been taking commissions. She be drawing straight up comic books, comic strips as well. So if anybody looking for get a comic book drawn.
Like I like.
Speaking,
My thing is like when I want to do like my ideal I have for my comic book, like I would have to physically be in the same room with them. Like that's just like that's because I already had the story, got character names, I know how I want them designed and everything. It's just that I don't like if you give me a picture and tell me to draw a picture, then I can draw it. But just drawing something, creating a whole new character off the top of my head, I'm not good at. So I know what I want to do in my head, but like for the artist to be there, I would have to be there with the artist and tell them, yo, I want it to look like this, and this, and this is, and go that route. And like going through like something like Fiverr or something ain't gonna work for me.
Oh, that's dope. I was looking at them graphics. I mean, what royalty posted.
Oh, for what? I had to step away for a second. What on what?
Yeah, artwork you posted.
Oh yeah.
I just posted something too.
I got an artist. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Okay, this is my favorite artist. I know that I've been following for a while. He did a piece based off of. He really gives comfort to a lot of black people and what like everything that we're like going through like right now. And so he did this piece where, remember the week when everybody was going off on Shamik.
Going off on who?
Shamik.
Who is Shamik?
Am I saying it right?
Talking about the dude play Miles Morales.
Yes.
Miles Morales.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You
So
gotta say that.
Oh yeah, he done got counseled too.
yeah.
How he get canceled?
So he did.
I don't know why y'all are.
Running his mouth.
I don't know why y'all canceling him.
Cancel culture is something else. Like,
Cause he said he basically was talking about like they would call him a coon and everything like that. Cause I think he would basically talk about, you know what I'm saying, like I don't know his exact words, but it was basically like y'all wouldn't be worried about the police if y'all was good black folks. Like stay in your place and I know how to
Did
act
he
with
say
police.
good black? Did he say I'm a good black though?
Something like that. I think that it
He
was
didn't
something
say those
along
words though.
I don't know. Like you got to go. Like
I
think
seen
it's
it
on
and I was
stage
looking for.
what you got.
I was looking for that part. Now what I seen was in that. If we can talk about it for a second.
Okay.
well, I don't want to take
What?
away from the piece.
Go ahead.
It
Go
was
ahead. I'm
dealing-
sorry.
it
I
was
didn't mean to
dealing
cut you
with
off.
him, though. Yeah. So he drew Miles Morales, right, with a cell phone in his hand, and Storm was going off on him, saying, "You need to think before you speak," and she took his phone away.
I think his message got clouded by certain keywords because sometimes as black folks we can get triggered by keywords and we'll miss the whole message. And I know my opinion ain't popular, but it's mine. So whoever don't like it, I don't know. But I think in that video he was referring to, it wasn't enough information to go off of. All I seen was a hothead black dude. And I'm not saying, because you got some people out there really like on some fuck the police shit, so bucking up to a cop ain't shit. But like, I'm not out here on no rah-rah shit. Like, if, you know what I mean? If the cop is saying, hey, just chill out or whatever, and you standing up in the cop face like that, I'm just kind of on some shit like, okay, what are you going to do, young man? Are you going to bust a move? or are you just woofing? Because in that video, it looked like he was just woofing. Now, did that cop have to put his hand on him like that? Hell no. No, he was out of line for that.
But see, that's the problem though. Like my thing is with the police. I'm a man just like you. So if long as I don't put like my thing is people can say what they want to say, but police feel like you're not allowed to say nothing to them. You can't get mad. You're not allowed to get mad. You're not allowed to get emotional. You're not allowed to get anything. You're supposed to just sit there and take it. Whether they in the right or wrong, you're supposed to sit there and take it. And that's where their mess up is. Because I'm a human just like you're a human. The only difference between me and you at that moment is you got a taser, a gun, and a billy club. Now you drop all that shit. Let's see you take all that off and go heads up with me. Then let's see who gonna win without no backup. That's the only difference at that moment.
I think that honestly, man, when you encounter the police, if you're not really finna just be on no buck shit, you might as well just chill out. You know what I mean? And just let the shit get over. And that's not saying be a bitch or be submissive, but when you talk to men, you don't have to be all yelling and rah-rah. Men need to be able to converse and have conversations, whether it's, black, white, whatever.
I'm going to just tell you from my experience. I was driving home. It was late at night. I was driving back to school. I had gotten off work, and I was driving back to school. I'm in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. I'm coming from this little town called Oak Grove. I worked in Oak Grove. I'm driving home. I get pulled over. I'm in a AutoZone uniform. I still got oil on my hands. And he comes and I roll down my window. I'm getting ready to hand my license and my insurance and stuff. And his first thing is to pull out his gun on me.
That happened to me before too.
And telling me I'm wanted. I fit the description of a drug trafficker. So, of course, I'm instantly mad. I'm like, dude, I just got off work. I just, 3 minutes ago, left out of AutoZone parking lot.
And that's I'm like, your story is what we didn't see in the video, though. Now, if that happened, yeah, you'd be mad.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I'm upset. I'm getting emotional. And, you know what I'm saying? You got my license. You saying the person that you looking for doesn't match me because you done looked it up. You see my name, what my name is and everything. I'm not the dude that's on the warrant, but you still want to act a dick with me. So, of course, if you want to act a dick with me, I'm going to act one back because I'm going to let you know just because you're a police officer and because I'm a college student don't mean you finna treat me like I'm a whole hoe out here. Right. Next thing you know, he calling for backup. I'm like, call for your backup. At this point, I'm really mad. And this Quinn, before Quinn got sick, this 245, I'm still bench pressing almost 300 Quinn. I really ain't scared of nobody.
My whole thing is this though, if you know your shit, you can really just have a conversation. And if you want to be a asshole with them, you can, because they be trying to pull slick shit you being detained. Okay, what am I being detained for? Because when you're in detention,
especially when you don't want to answer my questions. You want me to answer your question, you don't want to answer my question. Hell right. No, it don't work like that. We both at that point, I'm steady telling him we both men right here. What you want to do?
But see, I feel like that's not.
Yeah. I mean, it took his superior to come and get that situation straight because he was when I saw he was on the dumb shit, I jumped on the dumb shit. I could have been dead, but I jumped on the dumb shit because he was on the dumb shit. But his superior, who happened to be black, came and sat that and squared the shit away because his superior came and started talking to me like I was a human being instead of treating me like I was just some thug or something.
And that's what they do. But the thing is, you show them that by your words, though. And that's what, you know what I'm saying? They try to detain you, but the purpose of detention is to develop probable cause. But if you stopping me, that means you already got the probable cause. So am I under arrest? If I'm not under arrest, then no. If I am under arrest, I'm using exercising my right to remain silent. And then that's it. So just either take me to jail or let me go, or we're going to go into this ongoing circle. But I don't think I don't think it's necessary. And I understand like emotions run high, right? I'm not saying that, but I just don't think it's necessary to do that because at the end of the day, the cop is gonna win, whether they gonna take you to jail, kill you, or whatever. They're gonna win unless you can just talk enough to be like, look, what's going on, or what are we doing here? So I mean, it's ways to handle. It's ways to handle police, man. Not all of them, but for the most part.
And you can be the most calmest person in the world, and they'll still treat you like shit and arrest you for no reason.
Well, right, but and then at
you
that
in
point,
a
I'm arrested.
Situation. You in a lose situation, but at the same
don't make it worse.
time,
Is what I'm saying, because they gonna get down there telling the buddy, oh, this one acting up. Then when you get down there, and I've been in it too. You get down there, they treat you like shit. Your paperwork get lost, all that. You know what I'm saying? Because they done already told their homeboys, yeah, we got a live wire right here. Watch him, and and probably lie on you, like, yeah, he, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, all right, man. If I'm under arrest, I'm not saying nothing. I'm going down here. I wish I would have known that when I was in my 20s, when I was in and out of jail. But now I'm older. I'm like, shit. I feel like I'm equipped to handle the situation. Now it ain't will it go the way I think it'll go all the time? Probably not. But I don't think I'll get to that point to where I'm like yelling at a cop because it's an ego thing, and they're gonna win. You know what I mean? So it's like,
I think kind of what I think kind of what, to go back to what I think Briara was saying, like what old boy was talking about from that Voices Over Miles Morales.
Yeah,
I think kind of what he meant is kind of like, okay, this is a great example. All the situations that have been publicized of brutality and stuff like that, those situations are terrible and horrible because those people didn't do anything to deserve the treatment that they got. But then you have these videos that pop up on social media where people want to like just straight pop up off at the mouth.
But that's the thing. You cannot physically touch me just because I'm talking shit to you.
No. You're not letting me finish. Let me finish. What I'm saying is that there are the situations where they're the ignorant black people that pop up at the mouth and you did some wrong shit. That's what I'm saying. There are those people that fit that particular set of people is in every ethnicity in the whole freaking world. They're in Hispanics,
the black
they're in white people. I get I don't stand on that box right now. We understand that, but what I'm saying is I'm going into what he's talking about, what people are trying to counsel him for, which is what he's saying. There are those ignorant black people that are not the great example of us, which also has made us the stereotype, though we're not always a stereotype. And that's the same situation when it comes down to cops too, because I have a cousin and I have a friend of mine. They're both rookies. And I talked to them this week, and my other homeboy that stays in Houston that's the rookie, he's like, man, I wish I would have stayed working there with y'all, because this is the worst situation in the world. So I get there are those people that there's those people that are police officers that they're not qualified for their job, because the same situation and the same example I continue to give is in every form of service, there is a person who's not qualified for their job, whether it's retail, whether it's a person that gets a bad attitude for giving you the worst service in the world at a fast food restaurant. There are bad people that become cops, and the only thing about them is that either A, they're going to get themselves killed, or they're going to kill you. That's literally it. Am I right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just a lot more of them. That's the only thing.
My thing is, I feel like
the law is in their hands versus you serving somebody food. You may give them hepatitis C because you didn't clean your fucking hands, but that's about it.
My thing is, I feel like excuses are always made for the police, and
It's the government,
like the police can be in fear for his life and kill me, but I can't be in fear for my life and kill nobody. You see what I'm saying? Like,
yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Depends on what state you stay in. Put it that way.
Do you mean and get away with it?
And get away with it.
Oh, let's say, because you can kill him if you want to, and that's not hate speech, y'all.
Only thing the police officer can say, I could be reaching for an asthma pump. Like I could really be sitting up there breathing hard, trying to be like, I need to get my asthma pump. And as soon as I reach in my pocket to get an asthma pump, they can unload the clip at me and say he was in fear for his life. And they could just say, oh, he was just reaching for an asthma pump, but he ain't know that. Oh, I ain't know that. I was in fear for my life. And boom, he gonna get away with it. Like they really need to like on a serious tip, those laws need to be changed. Police officers need permission before they're able to pull their weapon.
But in a heated situation, you can't. You know what I mean?
Yes, it's we're not at war. Well, like we're at war now, but we're not in a war zone. Whereas you have to always have your hand on the trigger, and cops always got their hand on the trigger.
Well, I'm not defending this, but there goes back to the thing about wrong people for the job. There's some people who have hellified bad nerves, and they shouldn't be a cop. That's what I'm saying. They're just
like you shouldn't be a bitch if you shouldn't be a cop if you're a whole bitch out here. I'm just gonna be blunt with it. If you
I completely get that and I understand.
The cop that pulled the gun on me was a black dude.
I
and he was a whole bitch.
I can completely understand and get that. What you're saying when it comes to about pulling a gun on somebody and then the Philando situation. You shouldn't have signed up.
You should have been. You shouldn't have been the dude in school that got picked on and decided to be a cop.
But that's also, guess what? They're just like every job when they get low head count, they do mass hirings. You don't think the police station do mass hirings? Hell yeah, they do. And
so the thing is, they just need numbers. You know what I mean? They can't.
That's what I'm saying. It's like every other job. But the thing about it is, people don't understand what they're getting themselves into. And yes, I know black people. I know people have been killed in general when it comes to it, but they just don't understand the risk of the situation. They just it's a job.
And it'll never be. I don't think they'll ever change the whole requirement to be a cop because of the demand. Like, you know what I mean? If you put the requirements up, less people gonna either get in or be discouraged from applying because of like, I ain't gonna make it. You know what I mean? So they have to lower their standard.
Here's an easy solution to this problem. I mean, I won't say it's an easy solution, but it's a solution to this problem. And I've said this to military people and some other people, and they've agreed. You got how many homeless people you probably can go through in any city in America, and you find out their background, and you find out they're from the military. Mm-hmm. A lot of them. And you pat them on the back when they join, and you're like, they rah-rah, whatever, fight for our country. But then either they get PTSD or they get injured or something like that. And they get injured. And on top of that, they basically just out on their butt pretty much. They go do a random everyday job, but they are the highest trained people probably on the planet. You would think it makes more sense for the police in every city to pull them in because they're way more higher trained than Joe Smo off the street that just said, I'm going to go join the police force. And the only thing you probably have to do to them is get them like a good psych evaluation because a lot of them got PTSD.
Man, I'm going to put it this way. You need to give, because to me, it's a lot of people out here that join the police force that either got picked on in school, they want to prove something to somebody, or they just in one of them, they join the police force because they got preconceived conditions about a certain race, and that's what they want to go in. And them the people they want to take down. They can care less about the people of their own race. They want to take down this certain race. Let's just be honest with it. We got all three of those categories out there.
And those
are the people that are shooting people because they shook. They already fear a certain group of people, and they never had a solid spine a day in their life until they got that license to kill. And they knew, and they know they got a police union backing them, and they know the only thing they had to say, I was in fear for my life. That was the only time he was able to get a spine. And he know that if he get on his radio and say, he need backup. There's somebody coming.
And so the thing about it is also is, it's just, especially us and black men in urban communities, we're trained to think cops are not cool. So no one that not just looks like us, right? No one that has our mentality wants to be a cop, because it's like you grew up listening to, street rap your whole life, and it's always cool to not, cop ass, snitch ass, you know what I mean? And it's like, it's not cool. So our young black men are not going to look up to be a law enforcement officer.
It's different for us that's from Greenville, though, because most of the people, like we just was saying earlier, like most of our city is black. A lot of people we went to school with and people that was in our family were police officers. I never had trouble with the police until I went off away from Greenville, and the only trouble I really had was with white police officers.
Yeah,
that was because you knew people in Greenville, though.
Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying, though. Like, what I'm saying is, like, when you say, well, I was just going towards what he was saying, like, from being from a small town like we weren't used to dealing with the police on that level.
Right.
It wasn't until, like, for me personally, it wasn't until I went to South Mississippi that I actually having to start dealing with the police on random stuff that I ain't even do on times when I ain't even do nothing wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. And then, of course, that's gonna rub me the wrong way, and I'm gonna be like I understand. Like, here in Greenville, I ain't got the mentality where it's like F the police, because one of my drinking partners is the chief of police.
Mm-hmm.
So I know this dude. You know what I'm saying? But if I go somewhere else, I'm nervous about the police because I'm not comfortable there and I don't know what's been going on. I'm not familiar with the surroundings. These folks don't know me. I'm in my comfort zone here. So I don't have to have that mentality. But I should be able to feel comfortable wherever I go is what that's what I'm stressing. You should be able to feel comfortable with the police no matter where you go.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. But, history, you can pretty much say that, the reason why we feel the way we feel because somebody kicked off the relationship wrong, and it wasn't us.
Right. Do you know how nervous it is driving from Mississippi to Texas?
Boy.
Like, that's a nervous ass drive, especially going from Mississippi through Louisiana or Arkansas, and when you enter Texas.
Shoot, don't let you have to go through Viter. Hope you never had to make that drive ever.
They
was like, speaking of that, for my Texas people, they was protesting over there. I'm like, really?
Well, they don't want it though.
I know they don't. I know they don't want it.
They ain't gonna it's a sundown town, but they ain't just gonna flex like that now. They better not.
They say they don't. They say they don't. I remember I was working in security, and I used to do service calls, and my boss, white guy, big Texas white guy, and there was a call, and the kid you not, dude was like, got on the phone, went through customer service, and he was like, I need y'all to send somebody else. What do you mean, won't you send somebody else? I don't want nobody of this descent. Well, bro, that is the entire freaking service team. My boss got on the phone. He was like, I guess you ain't getting service day. Click.
Bro, what it was like about my second week on the job, and I went out to do door knocking, and I got a gun pulled on me.
Yeah, you told me about that. It's like, man.
And the only thing my manager could do was laugh at me because he was like, "Welcome to Texas."
Right.
Pretty much. All right,
so
man,
go ahead. I was gonna say in the last thing. All in all, my black men and women, don't let what you see on the media. Don't let the I can't breathe and all that. Don't let that and this is gonna be hard to say, but don't let that get you so emotional to where you make a bad decision. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Let's be level-headed. You know what I mean? Let's keep our poise. Let's be diplomatic because they're expecting us to act like fucking apes. That's the thing. They're expecting us to act. They're expecting that, and we just proving them right. It's like, oh, yep, that's it. That's you know what I mean. So, it's nothing wrong. You can still be a nigga and be diplomatic. You know what I mean? I'm not saying no. You have to
You
talk
can still stand up for yourself and not just be ignorant, belligerent.
You know, right? But right. Just let us be strong in our mental too, because black men, we strong, but let's be strong in our mental when we standing up against these oppressors, because they want to break our mental down because they know they can't get us physically. You know what I mean? So they want to break our mental down. Let's not give them that pleasure. Is all I'm saying.
Right.
You know, you get in there and you talk and shit. If you got to beat them mentally, because a mental victory is way better than a physical victory. When you can just talk somebody down or talk them in circles. You know what I mean?
This is the thing. When you're out there on that street, especially when you're getting pulled over or the cops pull up on you, the last thing, this is the fear. I do not want them to put me in the handcuffs, and I do not want to get put in the back of that car, because once they get you in that position, you're vulnerable. You never want to give up your vulnerability, because then when you're in that position, especially if they get you to the station, you lost all your leverage and advantage. You lost it.
Not necessarily. I get what you're saying, but not necessarily. That's when you gotta. But see, that's when you. So if you get in them handcuffs and you know you was right, you just keep your mouth shut. You get all the necessary information, and then you handle them in the courts, in the civil court or whatever you gotta do. You know what I mean? But you let them have that little small victory. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna be.
How many people been locked? And that's the thing, bro. How many people been locked up, ain't did nothing, and they still in jail now, or ended up dead?
But you also
that's the fear. That's what's all going through your mind. I do not want to get put into this vulnerable position, and if I have to go rah just to get some people over here to help protect me, as long as they see me, they seeing me, and I'm not here by myself. If I could draw a crowd to me to be over here to help me escape this situation, because if it's just me and him or me and them, then they got the total advantage. I got nobody here to back me up or witness what's going on.
Bro, one of the last times I got pulled over, I drove 30 miles an hour. I wasn't speeding until I got to a gas station where it was well lit. You're not about to pull me over on this dark road. And that's not about to happen. So, I mean, there's things you can do. I mean, once you get in them people's radar, it's not much you can do. So you just got to use everything you have to your advantage, including your smarts. And I'll leave it there.
All right. Yes. Let's move on to some happy vibes here.
Happy feelings.
Snap. Where you at?
Yeah, I is.
All right. So this is gonna be part of happy vibe, but it's kind of like going with the same kind of theme a little bit. So Hulk Hogan and his ex-wife are banned for life from All Elite Wrestling. Ever. For those who don't know what happened.
Wrestling?
Hulk Hogan got banned from the new wrestling promotion. Him and his ex-wife got banned from the AEW.
Do y'all know what Hulk Hogan did? First of all, do any of y'all, aside from me and Snap, do y'all know what he's done?
No.
Snap, would you like to explain?
Well, yeah. So,
if it's some racist stuff, it's to be expected, because I think some years ago when it was suspected his daughter was dealing with a black dude, he let some racist stuff fall out his mouth.
Yep. On the money, man. And the thing is, and as gross as it's gonna sound, happened after a leaked sex tape appeared. But also in the same tape, that's when he starts saying all the, she's dating the nigger, because he was upset because Brooke was dating a black dude. So, WWE actually at one point literally erased this man off of everything dealing with their whole company until recently he came back
about 2 years
and whatnot. But now,
did you hear what his wife did though? Why she banned?
Oh yeah, I I saw the tweet. I saw it.
Her Twitter posted this black designer from like 2 years ago that she's congratulating her on a tweet 2 years ago. How hard did you have to look for that to make it seem you legitimate that you like black people? You responded to a tweet 2 years ago because I want to legit about myself.
So what actually did Hogan do this time?
Oh, nothing. He just Tony Khan just don't want nothing to do with him.
Oh, okay.
So he don't want him because if he smell money, he come running.
And then you got to also look at Hulk Hogan's history, not even just with the whole racial slur, but like his history in the business itself. A lot of people do not like working with him because I'll give you a prime example. Bret Hart hates that man because of what happened at what WrestleMania was that? The one that Bret lost was the match with Yokozuna, and then Hulk came out and won the title, and it was just like, yeah, basically how Hulk is politicking backstage. Not too many people are fond of him at all.
He be politicking basically. Batwoman. So the CW show Batwoman. So the rumors that's swirling around is that they may forego the recasting of Batwoman. I don't know how. I mean, honestly, if y'all not gonna recast Batwoman, then just freaking can the show altogether. Honestly. What is my TV show people? What's y'all stand on this? I feel like it's if you don't put Batwoman back in the show, it's Gotham 2.0.
I mean, it ain't like Gotham was just a really bad show.
I know, but it's like at that point, just make it the freaking Batgirl show. At this point, I mean, just do something. I mean,
because Gotham was really about Gordon. It just happened, it was really about Gordon.
I don't even feel they stuck to that promise to begin with, but that's just me.
I mean, Gordon was the main character in the show. I mean, yes, Bruce was getting involved in stuff he had no business getting into, young Bruce.
It was more about I felt it was more about the villains than
villains. It was more about the villains and showing how the villains came to power. You know what I'm saying? But they kind of messed up the timeline too. You know what I'm saying? Because according to the time, like a lot of these people came in as villains, even though, like people like the Penguin, the Joker, and stuff like that. Like when they brought them into the fold, like you brought them into the fold too early.
Yeah. The time didn't. Compared to Bruce Wayne, and like a lot of that time did not make sense. I'm like, and there's some parts of like with Gotham, I'm like, what time period is this? Look at these cars. Why do y'all have cell phones? And so, wait, what? It's like,
it was still like a good show to me. It was.
No,
it was just like you was just like it was.
I didn't watch it all the way through. So, I give it that it is a good show. But I'm saying like with Batwoman, honestly, if they're not going to recast another female to play Batwoman, then honestly, it's like, what's the point? It really
right.
is. I feel like CW is just doing it just to have a Superman and a bat superhero show all playing in the same circulation of time together.
Just go ahead and invest. I mean, she was already wearing the red and black. Just go ahead and invest the money and just do Batman Beyond TV show since y'all don't want to do the movie. I'm just saying.
You keep your tinfoil hat on, young. All right. Oh no!
Whoa!
Look,
not what we gonna.
Batman Beyond for me is in the same category of what we talked about this particular movie last week. It's just in the same category I feel about what I felt like what could have been a Dragon Ball movie with the last part of the Matrix. And after they messed
Batman Beyond, with all the futuristic movies we done had over the years, Batman Beyond would not be hard.
Somebody gonna flub it up somehow, some way. Trust me.
They will ruin Batman Beyond.
They'll flub it. They will flub it in the most major way. Trust me. You won't be able to erase it from history because this is just. Trust me.
Another stain.
At this point, I don't even want it. I don't even want it.
I just need to write a script, get it copywritten, and just go to producers. Like I just need to write a Dragon Ball movie script, I need to write a Batman Beyond script.
Look,
It's just a couple movies I need to write.
Look at this. Supernatural's done. Get one with my old boy from Supernatural. Let's do this Red Hood TV show. Be done. Come on, let's go.
They'll flub that up.
I don't think they would flub Red Hood.
Man, because they is not gonna make Jason Todd you gonna have to go through and you gonna have to start from the beginning what led to the Red Hood.
No, they wouldn't. There's a lot of they skip upon a lot of stuff, man. I mean,
you don't show him getting deep with the crowbar. It don't make sense.
Look, they're gonna tell you about to go to DC Universe and go find out the early parts.
I got a question.
Yeah.
If there was a Batman Beyond movie that y'all want to be made, who would y'all exactly, in y'all own opinion, would y'all feel comfortable putting it in the hands of, like, director-wise? Writing the script and just directing.
The Russo brothers.
Me personally, J.J. Abrams.
The Russo brothers.
Because they can do it.
Yeah.
J.J. Abrams of the Russo brothers, 1 and 2. Because J.J. Abrams been dealing with a lot of sci-fi futuristic stuff. Star Trek, Star Wars, he got that under his belt.
Who did
he know
Blade
how
Runner,
to deal with this type of stuff.
Who did Blade Runner, the most recent one?
Let me look it up.
Okay. Let's keep moving.
Ridley
Destiny 2.
Ridley Scott.
Okay. That sounds okay. Ridley Scott. Oh, okay, I know what it is. Okay, I had to think for a second. Ridley Scott. I know what it is. Okay, yeah, I would even accept that too. Destiny 2 season 11 and fall expansion. So Destiny will be doing something.
We got the wrong person. Dennis Villeneuve.
What else has he done?
Oh, Dennis Villeneuve.
No, they don't say Villeneuve. Oh, they do say Villeneuve. I don't know. Shit. I majored in English.
What else has he done?
Let's see. I'm trying to see.
Is anything noteworthy? If it's not, you just say no.
It don't look like it.
No, like
it really does.
He did Sicario.
He did Arrival, Doom,
he did Doom.
Prisoners. Yeah,
okay,
like you said, Sicario.
You can stop right there at Doom. Okay, but that is not something you want to glorify.
No, not Doom. Doom, D-U-N-E. But I don't think that's out yet.
Oh, Doom. Okay, I thought it was Doom, the movie with Rocket. I'm like, you can erase that.
No.
He don't have that major. He don't have that. Like, he got a bunch of independent films.
Okay,
and
so he's an independent.
Sicario was an independent film also.
Okay.
I think Doom. I think Blade Runner was like his first major film.
Okay. But yeah, Destiny 2 be doing something a little bit different this time around, going into this season 11. So they on this Tuesday at 10 a.m. Central, they'll be revealing season 11 and also launching season 11 on the same day. They'll also be talking about the fall expansion as well, all on that same day within the span of 2 hours before reset. So for any of my Destiny 2 fans or anybody that's played Destiny looking to get back into it, this would be a good time to come back and check it out, or at least check out the reveal stream to see what is going to be new. We also this past weekend had the his first ever live event of something that was going on in the story. What the heck?
I'm sorry, I picked up my phone. I got a text message. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Didn't have the media turned down.
Is that your ringtone though?
No. My ringtone for my text message is the Wing Gundam alert system.
Oh Lord. All right. So we got that popping off on Tuesday. So this coming week was supposed to be a big week as far as when in relations to video game reveal. This would literally be the week of E3. This would be we probably have so much stuff to talk about, but with COVID and everything that's been going on in the world, A lot of this stuff has been pushed or delayed to another time. Also, same thing with the PlayStation 5 review that was supposed to happen this past Thursday, and we would have probably been talking like freaking drooling at the mouth right now talking about it, but you know, that got pushed also.
Sony said, given the state of everything that's going on in the world right now, they don't feel like it's a good time to even celebrate.
Man, you had some, you know what, I don't want to go in a conversation about the response to what they said, because this will be a whole way longer podcast than this should need to be. So we're going to keep moving.
I mean, we got a little time.
It's like, no, I'm not, I don't see.
He be with the shit, boy.
See, this is my cardinal rule when it comes to like when I look at content and stuff like that. I be on YouTube like super heavy on like videos and stuff like that. I don't go to the comments. That's a no for me. I don't go, because man, I just like this whole situation with everything's been going on, and I think I messaged y'all and I said I had itchy finger because I started reading comments. And I be ready to pop off and put people in their place. Especially when they be talking
in the comments,
when they be talking stupid stuff. I'm like, I ain't got time for that. I'm at work. I ain't no.
like real talk.
Put that down.
Like real talk. This is one thing that's been bothering me, and I have to say it. I got to get it off my chest. Is that word? People don't know what a word means. So I've been seeing people talk about, I'm not supporting Wendy's no more. I'm not supporting McDonald's or Burger King or Pizza Hut. Where clearly the article said a Wendy's franchisee and a Pizza Hut franchisee. You know, they don't know. They don't even know what a franchisee is. You just saw the name Wendy's, Burger King, and stuff like that. Those are people who bought into the business and started their own Wendy's or Burger King or something like that donated money to Trump. That doesn't mean the company donated money to Trump. That means an independent owner.
Yeah. With a narrative.
Yeah. Let's keep moving. I don't want to go back into that.
Moving on.
So who's going back to the movies? With movie theaters being, you know, with everything opening back up and stuff like that, movie theaters at some point, you know, going to be next up for reopening. And will it be really the same though?
Actually, I've been seeing a lot of people saying that we should go back to drive-ins.
I saw that too, but why?
Where?
I'm pretty sure you could find somewhere to put a drive-in, but what I'm saying is, you know, they could make a resurgence, because most drive-ins were torn down when people started going to indoor theaters more. But what I'm saying is, if we're gonna be living in this era where they want people to be so far apart, you know what I'm saying, and not have crowds, if you still want to go enjoy the movie experience, then the best thing would be a drive-in. You don't have to, like, the only time you really gonna leave your car is to go to the bathroom or go get snacks. And then at a drive-in, you can bring your own snacks. Well, you know, most folks already bring their own snacks to the movies. But what I'm saying is, if you're gonna be in your car, you know what I'm saying, you might as well just bring your own snacks and you just go in there to watch a movie.
Let's be honest though, the movie theater industry was dying anyway. COVID
Don't say that.
Just putting it in the coffin. I'm just saying the truth.
It kind of was.
It was already headed that way. This is just accelerating it. You know what I mean? In the next, let's knock it out. In the next 10 years, it's gonna be a novelty, right? You'll have one-offs like this theater, that theater, but change.
I feel like it's probably not gonna change. I really don't think it's gonna change anything. Just because of how I feel like how I'm gonna say this, and I know we have listeners from abroad and all that stuff too. I'm gonna say it this way: how Americans are, it ain't gonna change nothing, because they gonna want to go back because we live in a generation of people. I'm gonna do what I want to do. And it's in city. It's not gonna change.
Well, I'll say this:
there'll be some
companies
that ain't gonna change a thing.
By the time my generation is old, there ain't gonna be no movie theaters no more.
Yeah, but people gonna
And
do
that's
what they want.
not-
People gonna do what they want. AMC or Regal may go bottoms up or something like that, and then there'll be another top dog waiting in the wings, like a Star Cinema or something like that. That'll rise from the ashes and buy the freaking buy these places or whatever the case may be, or AMC may be willing to sell, and then some underling may come in and swoop them up, and you can build their own movie empire and take the place of AMC. All we know. So I don't really think it's
Universal with them getting into Universal and all that. I mean, come on, like.
I mean,
that was just a fight they shouldn't have never picked.
That's what I'm saying. Like
things. Trolls World Tour.
You marching up the wrong hill with that one. You know what I mean? Yeah. They should have just took it, ate it, and just been like, all right, well, whatever, we understand. But
should have took that L. Now y'all lost Fast 9. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so how can they survive in this climate where they blackballing themselves from the biggest studio?
That's just AMC. I mean, what y'all
AMC and Regal both
and Regal
came with the same argument.
I forgot what we got here. The theater that's here in Greenville, Nelco.
You see it. It's
United Artists. Like, you got United Artists that's still out there.
I think that's
now I got a good idea for a movie theater. It's $1 movie, but the movie not $1. Everything that you buy to eat $1.
Look here, was a killer.
Yeah. You can't tell nobody. Everybody gonna get that bitch buying everything. Because you get that stuff hand over pennies on $1 anyway. They upcharging. It's gonna be a movie theater. That's gonna be the catalyst, right? A movie theater that don't charge exorbitant prices for their food and their drinks. It's gonna be a movie theater that give you a nice, clean experience, but you ain't gonna pay $8 for a box of M&Ms. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cause
they gonna win.
Cause you think about it,
Amazon gonna open a movie theater.
Like you think about it. You could really go home and pop 3 bags of popcorn that you buy for $1. You buy the box popcorn for $1. Pop the 3 bags of popcorn and you done filled up that $15 bucket.
I'm telling you, bro.
All right. Last topic of the night. Diamond Comic Distributor lost DC Comics. DC Comics said, we out. And for those who don't know, who are not familiar with the comic book game and stuff like that, Diamond Comic Distributor is the biggest comic book distributor in the world. And DC Comics just said deuces. I think, because I read comics and stuff, I kind of think that with that kind of move, maybe DC's moving more to digital. Because with COVID didn't do comic book shops no favors. I can tell you that much. Didn't do comic book shops no favors.
Let's just put it this way: unless it's a best-selling book, most print, because you got to look at it. Most print is fading away because you think about
they stagger print anyway. They stagger print at least about 4 to 6 months just so they can get people who still invest in print to
but
buy
I'm talking about like newspapers and anything, because only people that get newspaper are old people because they want the coupons. Well, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I still like to pick up a paper out the machine like every Sunday because I still read the comic strips and I be looking at the classifieds and stuff like that. Like, the newspapers still have certain information you can't find nowhere else.
No, that's true. Because we know live TV,
especially local news, like when you looking for like my cousin was able to go to a bank auction and buy $100,000 house for less than $40,000 because he saw the auction in the newspaper and wasn't nobody there but like 2 people.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's everybody's different.
All forms of media are dying though, man, and it's just it's the inevitable, man. With this digital,
the one form I think that won't freaking die, and I never understand. I think this Barnes and Noble because Lily has snuffed everybody out. Honestly, I think like the physical, like the book itself, because
that's what I was saying. The book is not going to go anywhere.
The book is not going anywhere because like the Kindle, it's it's a thing for certain people that read books at a
But see, there's something about having a physical book in your hand that makes the reading experience.
Yeah. Because the people who own like Kindles and stuff like that, they read books at an enormous speed that is not normal to the normal reader. And they go through so many books within a week's time that it only makes sense for them to carry a Kindle or something like that with them, because if they go out of town on vacation, they'll have a whole suitcase with just the books they're gonna read the whole time they're there. So Kindle for them.
I
for
read
people like
fast too, though.
Are you
man.
saying
I just don't like, my eyes won't let me read a Kindle.
But no, I just know some people that like
because I read both Charlemagne books in a week.
Books. They can go through.
Are these like audibles, y'all? Are they audible?
I can't do Audible because like I tried doing Audible. I can't do Audible because somebody reading to me will put me to sleep.
Well,
no, it's not. Well, look at it this way. It's like going along with those like read-alongs that you used.
Yeah,
used
the ones that are interesting to me are like the ones like the autobiographies when they're narrated by the actual person
like
that the book
Charlemagne the God.
Yeah,
Charlemagne the
God.
God.
I can do those.
I fell asleep on Charlemagne though. Like for real, like I have to read it myself because like if you like, for me, I'm the type of person, if I put my headphones in and I'm listening to somebody read, because it's a difference between somebody talking and somebody reading. Like if I put my headphones in and I'm listening to a podcast and I'm listening to a conversation, that's different. But if I'm just listening to somebody read, I'm gonna go to sleep because eventually they get bored, which is and you're gonna hear the difference when they get bored. I'm gonna get bored and I'm gonna go to sleep.
It depends on how much interest you have in it and what you're doing. Like, right, if it's right before sleep, you might fall asleep. But like if you
I read both Charlemagne books and was like interested in reading them, and I was reading them, but trying to listen to him read his own book, and like I could listen to Charlemagne the God on the Breakfast Club or Brilliant Idiots all day, but him reading,
like, nah, I'm good. Pass.
That just didn't work.
It wasn't that enjoyable of an experience. I will say that.
Yeah,
but
all right, man. I think this is gonna be. What's up?
I probably could stay woke if like Samuel L. Jackson had read Roots or something.
Boy,
glad I had somebody somebody who can't talk, like Mike Tyson.
Oh my god!
No, Mike Tyson had a Hollywood like a show.
Yeah, he had a one man show on Broadway.
I can't.
That was funny.
I can't.
Like for real.
I can't.
Like
y'all kids.
Like, for real though, y'all, like real shit. Like if you ever just go and watch like some real Mike Tyson interviews, like when they trying to get real serious with him, like if you get past his voice, like Mike Tyson is a very insightful person.
No, he is.
He got a podcast called Hot Boxing with Mike. Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
he's real deep and spiritual.
Yeah. I can listen to him talk. It's just when he tells somebody like, I'm gonna tell somebody like, if you get in my face, I'm gonna freaking pull your intestines out and jump rope with it. Like, bro, I'm finna die laughing right now because he said that to somebody before. Anyway. All right, man. We're gonna bring this issue of NerdFlow podcast to a close, man. We're gonna catch you guys on issue 139 of NerdFlow. All social media, Teespring, the Facebook group, superhero stuff, all that's in the description of the show. These shows go live immediately on our YouTube channel after we get done recording on Sundays at 10 p.m. Central Time. So please make sure you go check them out when they go live, or turn on and hit that bell on YouTube to know when the episodes post. And yeah, man, we will catch you guys on next week's episode.
And go for all you guys that came up in like the early 2000s, that remember Digimon, go on your favorite anime site and check out Digimon Adventures. It's dealing with the original Digimon characters, and it's just set in 2020. So go check that out. I think you might enjoy it.
All right, man. We out.
All right, Tom.